Time will come when all of this will be like a fleeting moment in time. I know circumstances seem like they drag on. Problems seem like they last. But when you put it in the perspective of eternity, it's like the dew on the grass. When you put it in perspective of eternity, the sacrifice of life here is insignificant compared to the time that we shall live with the King. It still confuses me that there are some who are looking for something else out of church. And when you look for something else out of a God relationship, you're going to be disappointed, and your disappointment will drive you to look for it somewhere else. And it amazes me how quickly we find fault with the church so that we can justify looking somewhere else. Hallelujah. But how many know coming to Christ isn't the end? Once we come, we have to stand. Many are failing, making excuses for excuses as to why I can't serve the Lord. Having other priorities that come before God. But how many have made the Lord first in your life? I don't know, that might be a little selfish on my part, because when I find that I make God first, God makes everything else. Hunt your neighbor and say, that might be why you're struggling. You should have put him first. That might be why you're having a rough time. You should have put him first. Seek ye first. And all this stuff. Wait a minute, not some of the stuff, not just a trickle of stuff, and not just what you're settling for now, but if you seek God first, all the stuff gets added. Don't tell me, I know I'm right for standing. Here we find people searching and searching for a reason why they should be able to pursue worldly things. Churches are making excuses. Do your best. We're all sinners. God understands. I'm so glad the Lord understood me enough to reach down in me and fix that. Good God, hallelujah. Here we find people are becoming ashamed to be servants of the Lord. When men are no longer ashamed of their transgression, we got to learn how to stand. God ain't looking for coward soldiers. God is looking for bold soldiers. Here we find that falling in itself is not tragic. It's falling and staying fallen. That's tragic. Has anybody ever fallen? But did the Lord give you the strength? Even babies stumble. Their falling teaches them they ought to have a desire to stand. Here's the crazy. The bigger you get, the harder falling is a lesson. Because here's what'll mess you up. Here's what'll mess you up. It's not what you fall on that hurts you. It's the magnitude of who you are that falls on it that hurts you. Good God, hallelujah. So the bigger we are in God, the more harmful the fall. But here let me mess you up. The more harmful the fall, the greater the lesson not to fall again. Come on, hunt your neighbor and say, let's not ever fall again. So Exodus chapter 32. I love this. I love this because sometimes when you fall, you have to get up. And when you get up, sometimes you have to stand without assurance as the test. In other words, sometimes your get up is an expression of your faith. Good God, hallelujah. In other words, yes, I fail, but God, I'm getting up. Come on, hunt your neighbor and say, I've got faith, and my faith is making me stand.